keep your guard. You know what I'm saying? When you consuming information, whether it be the news, world news, politics, whatever the case may be, keep your God close to your heart. Keep your go-to church song, spirituality song that you can find refuge in. It. Refuge is shelter, protection. You feel me? You can find that within a song. Because the problems of the world will fuck you up. I'm here to talk about a few things today. I ain't gonna talk about the big problems of the world because the big problems of the world is the reality of this shit is when you riding on the bus, it could be 40 people on that bus, 40 different personalities. But at the end of the day, it's only one driver. Ain't none of y'all in control of what direction that bus going. You can have an opinion and tell him, hey, I want you to turn this way. But that driver, so it's other people driving the force of the world. So much big shit. I've been going down rabbit holes for the last 3 days and it got my head hurting. Cause I be like, yo, we be arguing about stupid shit. Yo, I'm gonna just throw this out there slightly real quick. I'm gonna bring up Candace Owens as my first subject. But we you couldn't even imagine this country being owned by another country. You couldn't even fathom that shit. You couldn't imagine America. On paper, we the biggest empire in history. But in reality, bitch, we ain't calling no shots. And that ain't for me to make a whole. This not what this about for me to educate y'all on who calling the shots and who controlling the money. That ain't for me to educate y'all on. I decided not to get. I decided to jump out of that rabbit hole and just look at some rap shit and shit that don't matter to keep me entertained. Cause that's what rap is, entertainment, right? So I did that, and I seen a couple subjects. I said, you know what, that can push the needle for black people. Why if I talk about that, but it ain't gonna be nothing that's gonna be too critical that had me feeling some kind of way or whatever or like that. So I said, let me talk about a few things within the black community. Let's start off with so these are the three subjects I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about outsiders using the word nigger, meaning that a non-black person using the word nigger. I'm gonna talk about Candace Owens, and I'm gonna talk about homosexuality in the gay and in the black community. Those are three things that I feel all tie in. I guess I'll start with Candace Owens. And mind you, these all tie in because they all go back to back. It's like a triangle. You feel me? A triangle, no matter how you bend it, bro, you can say any one of that triangle is the starting point. That could be the starting point at the bottom left corner, the top part, or the bottom right. Any part could be so you could go back and forth and say what black people issues is that keep black people. You gotta understand, first of all, just a slight, let's talk slight geography real quick. The natives of most lands from Australia to America to South America is all black. They just start by that. Europe has the smallest landmass of any organ. Now, mind you, Europe is supposed to be a continent when it's just a cluster of little countries. So I wanted to say, how does the smallest group run the entire world? Well, they went around the entire world taking over lands dominated by blacks. And then they put themselves in the governments to run it. Now that I got y'all to where we at in current day America, for you to see where we at, let's talk about the Candace Owens. I used to dislike before I even knew the single inclination of this woman. I hated this woman. They talked so bad about her. These black people I just was following blindly. And then I seen she had a white man. And that little part of me always, when I seen a black woman with a white man, I think about them raping our women during slavery. That always, what's up, y'all been? Hey, it always made it tough. But once I heard Candace Owens speak, I said, oh, that's what black people divide is. We can't accept the fact that she was a white man and she speak more greatness for black people than any black woman I know of. I don't know a black woman. I ain't even just saying for black people. Candace Owens is an American. She speaks to the American conscience. She says what white American, this one I'm gonna run y'all three out. She says what white American men scared to say. So I was like, oh shit, let me give her a further in-depth look. I've been following these pro-black little channels and stuff, talking, oh, Candace Owens is a sellout. Candace Owens is this. A sellout is a person that sell their community drugs and don't goddamn put back into their community. That's a sellout. That's a damn person that's committing genocide in their own neighborhood, which leads me to the second point, because I'm here for a short time today. Who gets to use the word nigga? Now, this is a tricky one. And I say tricky because this is what I mean by tricky. So the OT, I don't know his name, but something y'all know what I'm talking about. He said recently he could say nigga in front of my thing. My stance on this is very simple. I need to hear you say cracker in front of crackers. I need when we in front of white people, I need to say, man, no pussy ass crackers. That's how I know you got the black, whatever you call it. You don't have the black experience. But I've met white people that'll say nigga all day long, and when it's time to say crackers, they say, man, them white boys. Oh, your subconscious of being white kicked in. You remember that you're a white guy. See, I need you to fade out completely and be fully devoted to this nigga shit. If not, you're not a nigga and don't say nigga around me or any of my folks. That's just that simple. If you fucking live this black shit, I heard somebody say in the comments, they say everybody want black people rhythm, but nobody want the blues. I said, ooh, that was hard as fuck, rhythm and blues. Everybody want the rhythm. Everybody want the ups with the shit. Nobody wants the goddamn racial profiling. Nobody wants Candace is a G. She's definitely a G. Middle. Respect. Respect. Nobody wants this negative connotations that come with being black. Everybody just wants the benefits of the shit. And then, like he said, he didn't even acknowledge. I'm just talking about the interview real quick. I'm just talking about the interview. He didn't even acknowledge. That's the part I do kind of respect, my bro. He didn't even acknowledge the black brothers in the room. He said, "Look at these OB ass niggas, man. Fuck these niggas. I need some real niggas that feel like they own some shit." And it brought me to think about listening to an old interview talk about California prisons. And I'm listening to these game bangers, real game bangers. They talk about Bloods and Crips do all this killing in the street, but when you go to prison, bitch, Mexicans run the fucking chain gang. They was like, if a black nigga get into it, I'm just talking about California shit. If a black nigga get into it with a Mexican gang member, he's trying to piece that shit out at every chance he can, and he get into it with another a gang member of a black group, he ready to go to war about the shit. So I said to myself, man, and then you think about me, my people got to know me personally. One of my idols, I got idols from around the world, different leaders of men and real men. So Vincent Guerrero, anybody who know me know that's one of my top idols. You feel me? Vincent Guerrero is the second president of Mexico. A lot of Mexicans don't know that. You feel me? Vincent Guerrero is the first black president of Mexico and the second actual president of Mexico. So Mexico has a deep history of actual black people, but Mexican, and there's a part of Mexico too I would encourage y'all to learn about called Yaga, Mexico, where the town in Veracruz, Mexico got a lot of blacks, but we just talking about Yaga. Yaga was a slave port, slave town built and still got Africans that call them, they don't call themselves Mexican. They call themselves Africans who they just know Spanish. This is all Mexican history. And if you look and learn these histories for the genuine people, you will see Mexico has just as much of a racist history toward black people than any other country in the world that has it. Because you got to understand, like I just said in the beginning, Mexico was a black land full of indigenous Mayans. So when these white Spaniards came from Europe, they said, no, this is the policy. We're going to be the minority rule that's going to rule over the majority and have this mindset. So you got to know these people mindset. Just because you say nigga, just because you smoke blunts and get money with niggas, I need to know your full mindset. I need to know and when a white guy come around, it's not even in your vocabulary to say white guy. Instinctively, you don't, like for instance, when I'm talking to a white person and I say cracker, I mean no offense. This is literally my tongue. This is how I speak. I don't like, I can speak like this without any offense. Like perfect example, I'm from South Florida, Broward County, but I bought a house in Georgia. One thing I noticed about the Negroes so far in Georgia, they don't say they don't say cracker a lot. That's just not part of their vocabulary. Where I'm from in South Florida, you listen to Kodak Black. Kodak Black, I said it, cracker told me to go to sleep. Then I'm trying to write. You feel me? All his songs. Like this is part of our vocabulary. We call white. Hell, in certain parts of Florida, white people call themselves cracker. So when I hear these rappers and they never say cracker, you be hard pressed to find black rappers saying cracker, let alone a white rapper. You ain't never heard no white rapper say cracker. So when I see their avoidance of using the word cracker and they acceptance of using the word nigga, just like the TV or the radio, if you on a syndicated, you know they find people, the FCC find people for saying curse words. Oh, you can say nigga these days. You can say bitch. You can say that without getting fined. You can't say cracker. So that's the issue. Now let me talk about another part of it. Sauce Walker responded and said something very smart that I think people should catch. I don't agree fully with his points, but I do agree with one major point he made, which was he said racism isn't the nigger word. That's not a. I used to always try to explain this to black people, but it's the hardest thing to explain. If you look at ism, is always attached to something bigger, a root word. Ism is a part of a system. If I don't have no prison, no court system, no nothing to take you through to falsely accuse you, like for instance, when they got rid of a lot of political opponents, what did they do? Make them political prisoners. You can't make nobody a political prisoner if you ain't got no power or no system. You need a system where you can look like you're doing the right thing even when you're doing the most. Like right now, and I said I wasn't gonna make this to this, but we bombing every motherfucking country in the world while we playing, and we got our own people saying, yeah, yeah, fight for freedom. This is fight for. We doing so much terrorism right now, but when you got a system that can clean that shit up and dress it nice, put that lipstick on the pig, oh motherfucker said that's the baddest bitch of them. So it's a system you have to be racist where you can keep a person down. That's why I always say it's impossible for black people to be racist. I have no system I can put a white man under to make his life a living fucking hell without touching him. Only thing a black guy could do is get mad, go get that gun, and go shoot some shit. You don't have a system where you can put that pen, like my daddy used to say, put that pen on a nigga ass and make that nigga life hard with the stroke of a pen. That's a system. So you guys gotta understand that little fucking word. So at the end, my ultimate point would be OT could say the word nigga because it ain't affecting my life and making my life worse, or anybody around him. It ain't making their life worse. As far as just general principle, who's saying a nigga, it's awful because I guarantee, I don't know him like that, so I ain't gonna say I guarantee. I guarantee people like him who use the word nigga who are not black. Because I can't speak to a man I don't know. I'm just speaking of the incident that I heard and seen. But to the people that mostly use the word nigga that's not black, they don't never say cracker. They never say cracker. Ever. Ever. And let me bring my last point because I said I ain't going to make this long. My last point is this. And this is the troublesome part of him saying nigga. Like I said, he could say it in theory because it ain't hurting. It's not racism. It's not hurting nobody's life. But I'm going to tell you the dangerous part of what it means. What it means is I know a clique. I just say I know a clique. And the white boy is the head of the clique. This is a full nigga clique. But the white boy is the head. It was the most shocking shit I ever seen. When I first went up on the clique, white boy tried to check me and I checked him out the gate. Out the fucking, I could not, like, for instance, perfect example, and I'm not trying to start, like I said, I'm just a hard-working ass nigga, but one thing about me, I'm a pro-black, all-day, proud of, I'm a 12th generation American, black American. My mama from Alabama, my daddy from South Carolina. All the stories I done heard about their lives coming up, bitch, you just can't do so. I'm already damaged. So what I can't be around is a motherfucker, how do I put it? Oh, yeah. I can't help myself, but let me see, I don't be hearing other white people. No, you ain't gonna hear no white people say it, but this is my point. So this white guy's around, mind you, he got money. When you see niggas around a bunch, one white guy, best believe that white guy got the money. I can even tell you an old story of a famous white guy from where I'm from. He was supplying the whole hood. And then when he turned snitch, niggas was still copping bricks from him because hoping that he wouldn't snitch on them. And this was a white guy. He ran the whole fucking hood. So I imagine he felt like he could say whatever he want to say. But that was just off because niggas want to get their pockets fed. So point is, when this white guy tried to check me when I stepped to him, it was about something. I sized him up just to get a quick look. And the nigga immediately walked off from him. Almost, I respected that because that was I ain't got nothing to do with this. But if these other boys come fuck you up about this white boy, then nigga, that's on you. And so I said to myself, look what niggas do for money. Niggas out here be whores for the money. And when you a whore for the money, then you drop, like for instance, there is an Adam 22 because some people would be a whore for the money. Some people will let this cracker talk all kind of crazy. And then the nigga there be the most violent motherfucker with. You feel me? And that's the crazy part. Like, how can you ridicule black people in front of these killers? These niggas is killers. But only difference is it's like a pit bull. I heard it's a movie. I don't know. Y'all tell me the name of that light skinned actor who got the green eyes or whatever. He played in like think like anyway. He got a movie where he's like a child psychiatrist or whatever. And one of the white guys was trying to get him to give up on the kid. He said, "Man, those little black kids is like pit bulls." He said they cute when they fucking little, but when they get big, they'll bite you. And then that birthed the thought in my head for the longest that niggas can be like pit bulls. If you fucking put fear into a pit bull could kick any owner ass. I got two low riders at my old girl house. Them two low riders that eat your ass up. But they gotta fear you. And I ain't talking about just fear, they gotta fear the owner. They can fear you and still eat you up. I'm talking about it's a careful balance of love. And I love if I would think every black person should own a pit bull so we can get a better understanding of ourselves. Because I can't get that thought, that assertion of being capable of so much violence and so much physical domination, but mentally can be fucking played on off of fear and ignorance. You feel me? And that's what black people is. You feel me? You can play these niggas against each other. You can use them niggas for your cause. You could do whatever and ride these niggas to the top because they so ready to ride on each other. And then they know this cracker dropping off all kind of sarcastic shit right in front of their face. So, that's been the biggest part. And if you try to speak out against it, and I'm talking going back to South Florida real quick. There was a rapper, and notice I never mention names, I was just saying. There was a rapper, he was at a big script club, the most popular script club in South Florida. And he got on stage and he talked about an issue that was going on with people coming to Miami and not checking in. And mind you, they do this shit in California and all these other places and whatnot. And he say, y'all giving the city away. You don't promote no Miami rappers. All these niggas come and just steal the face of the city and use it for the backdrop. And so he got jumped after he said that. They beat him out his clothes. And the crazy part, he was a real nigga. He wasn't no fake nigga. He wasn't no soft nigga. But the money done changed. The cowards and the snakes and the lames is the one in position. So when you start to see that, you be like, and the people that'll give themselves away, like for instance, that's why the guy, I'm go back to bro interview, he looked around the room, he say, damn, I wish it was a black dude in here. He already see these niggas ain't. I wish it was a black dude, and these pussy niggas gonna lay down. They already money whores. Look, they happy. They already know what I'm about to say, and they already ready to submit because they money whores. I need some angry. That's why I say, ultimately, my opinion on that is, let them say the nigga. You feel me? Because he said, what you niggas gonna do about it? And he asked the appropriate question. He watched you niggas not do nothing to George Zimmerman. He watched you niggas not do nothing to the boy the cop that killed Amir Rice. Came right up on Jit, shot Jit to Amir Rice. He watched Sandra Bland killers walk free. He watched all these. He watched George Floyd Western and go to prison. But the rest of these, the sentiment is still freaking there. And niggas don't do no rioting, no get backs. I'm talking about real get backs. Niggas get back for each other on some small nigga shit. But the niggas ain't really out here popping out. You feel me? You got, and mind you, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be very careful on this, cautious on this. I don't, as far as the, I'm gonna bring up the guy who killed, shot the lawmakers or whatever. When white people riot, or you look at the guy who killed the United Healthcare guy. Now I'm gonna make this a 2-part thing because it's 17 minutes. I'm gonna ride this to 20 minutes. So they finna give Buddy the death penalty out the gate, Luigi Manio. And he got more people saying he shouldn't get the death penalty, and they raising up questions as to people that have killed 4-5 people and they got life in prison. But they have to set an example. Why they steady stealing our money, why Congress steady writing, first of all, Congress shouldn't even be allowed to own stock. How am I allowed to write laws, own a stock, write a favorable in the stock, that's insider trading, et cetera, et cetera. But my point is very simple, bro. When white people step by issues, key pivotal issues, they step to the big timers. They don't do no little boys. Niggas step to the most lowest nigga on the totem pole. And that's why bruh said what he said. What you gonna do about it, nigga? And if you do something about it, let's just say a nigga say, I want that crown. I want to take whatever bruh name out the game for saying that. You gonna look stupid. Because then the next step they gonna say is, well, why you ain't go after George Zimmerman? Who's worse, him for saying nigga, or this man who literally killed this black kid and got famous and got money and probably getting lucrative deals off of talking about it? So, I say all that to say we got to get our shit together. And we got to look at the bigger picture. I only talked about this because it gave me content to talk about. But we got to look at the bigger picture. I've been going down the rabbit hole on where all our money going. Did you know the military get $853 billion a year? You niggas ain't never even. I'm going to say that again. 853 billion. That's B's, not million. B's a year. You niggas don't know where that money going. They tried to audit themselves 6 times. They didn't even know where the money going. So much money, they said we tried to audit ourselves. They ain't know where to start. 853 billion. How the fuck we gonna keep up with that? So while all our money is going to these places and they cutting down free lunch, no, kids can't even get free lunch, white or black. And that's when you start to realize this shit deeper than black and white. And let's start to get together and start to see where we at. But we can't do that because let me tell you another thing. And this is the thing, since I'm on this final minute. In this new wave. Let's just say we get a new leader like myself, even though it ain't gonna be myself. But I'm talking about a person that can see through the bullshit and that can galvanize black and white people. I'm talking about a redneck that might have a Confederate flag and a hood nigga that say cracker this, cracker that, and I could get them to see a common enemy. Cause that's what it takes for people to galvanize, to see. I thought we was against each other. I didn't know we was this close rather than this far apart. I didn't know living in the projects was the same as living in the trailer park. I didn't know your mama being on crack was the same as my mama being on meth. Not that my mama was on any. I'm just making an example of these points. I didn't know your daddy was the absent daddy, and my daddy was. You start to see, oh shit. So what we beefing for? Fuck nigga, you more like me than my own peoples. I got cousins that ain't never been poor that got a damn daddy their whole fucking life. Goddamn nigga, you more my people. So once we get that person. And he start pointing where the money, because I always say follow the money. Bitch, you best believe the money going 86, that nigga. Bitch, time to get him up out of here. And that's why we ain't gonna never have no real fuck change. That's why I'm just giving a slight opinion, because I ain't trying to change the world no more, trying to educate the whole world, because I realized the biggest thing for me was when I realized white people scared to talk about a certain group of white people. I said, what the fuck my nigga ass doing talk about it? F white people. I've been going on these shorts like how y'all looking at me, and I've been trying to find everybody talking some pro-white supremacist fuck niggas type shit. And the first thing I asked them is, what you think about Israel? What you think about Zionist Jews? Bitch, you want to make a bit? You ever put a? Let me shut up. They put a muzzle on. Let's put it like that. They have no comment because they don't want to get their channel shut down. And they don't want to get shadow banned. And then that's when I realized, okay, then nigga, you just talking propaganda. A lot of these folks talk propaganda. It's shit to get you riled up so they can find a way to squeeze some money up out you. Now that I got you riled up, donate to this, donate to that. All this shit is a money squeezer. Bitch ain't talking from their heart. So just know these little small things that go on in the world. Oh yeah, that's the damn. I said I wanted to end this. I gotta bring the gay part in it. I ain't never get to bring that part in. That's the most frustrating part. I'm watching the Breakfast Club, and they got Dwight Howard on the Breakfast Club, and I'm looking in the comments, and these bitches talking shit about Dwight Howard. And then I said, you know what, dog? For now on, bro, I'm gonna try to include almost in every post something mentioning about gay shit. Cause I have. First of all, let me just say this. And this will be my first time ever mentioning this on fucking line or anything. I had a roommate paid up. I got some raw ass shoes I should fucking show y'all. Matter of fact, let me get these shoes real quick. I ain't wore these shits in years. One of the soles fucked up on these hoes. I want to go to somebody that do soul repair. But these some raw ass Nikes, right? They raw as fuck, ain't it? And so this is from a gay roommate I had. This nigga was fighting a murder charge. And I remember one of my homeboys at the time when I finna let bro move in. I told him the situation. He said, man, you finna let that gas nigga move in your shit? I said, bro, nigga ain't never tried me. What you talking about, fam? This and that. So this the point that I'm making. Bro is my roommate. I met my baby mama. Baby mama was like, hey, he gotta go. This. I'm like, bro, it pays the bills and make this shit easier for us to stack up. That's when I first started stacking up, wanting a house and shit. And so she like, oh, he gotta go. So boy, he left. This the point that I'm making. Many years I think about, because I still pop my shit every now and then. Like, I hate seeing a flamboyant gay motherfucker. Like, when they, like perfect example, Charlamagne told a story about some guy he said, I came to the table, my high YSL boots. That's an attention whore. Nobody likes attention whores. I respect a person. Who you sleeping with, first of all, is your business. But if you talk like this, let's just say we talking, you don't do all the high elevated pitch, all that love flailing of the shit, then I don't give a fuck. I really can. And the crazy part is, niggas be so in tune to who a nigga fucking. And this the crazy disturbing part is because them niggas is fucking. That's the crazy part. You never gonna get to the bottom of this shit in black America and rooted in this shit. So who's gay until these motherfuckers is honest. And ain't that nigga finna be fucking honest. It's if just like they say with who could catch AIDS or HIV and all the numbers. The numbers say, I'm just going off the numbers. The numbers say if you got a clique of 10 homeboys, 3 of them niggas is gay. That's a fact. Them are your mans, that's your dog. Them niggas will shoot with you, they'll ride with you just like the military. We got bitches in the military that went and killed motherfuckers. So just because you a killer don't mean you ain't gay. So niggas got to get that notion out of their fucking head. And seeing second thing, and then I think one thing for me, what I got to, I think it was a unique experience working at the liquor store. Working at the liquor store, boy, change your fucking life to see all type of shit. But freaking bitch ride through the drive-through, niggas would be there all day, every day, getting the bottle together. They ain't never got no bitches in the car. Versus some niggas that come through with hoes in the back seat, and then you know what's gonna be popping. But these niggas be together every fucking day. I ain't never was a, and I'm a nigga that I just told you I had a gay roommate, but once some niggas start thinking that we gonna hang every day, no, my brother, can't. I love women. But I do respect men, and I do respect my brothers, and I do respect sexuality. And I do respect the fact that motherfuckers be all in the wanting to know who Dwight Howard is fucking. You pussy niggas out like you want him to pack you out. And niggas who don't be allegedly fucking gay, you niggas is such fans of other men. That's gay. I don't even give a fuck if you never plan on putting your mouth on a man's penis or your penis in another man's mouth. If you idolize another man that lives and breathes like you, I'm talking about idolize, got this man posters on your wall, etc., etc., you gay. You gay. You ain't even got your own family member. But that's the thing that tripped me out. You don't even know everybody in your damn family. You be missing out on family reunions and shit. But you know everything about what this nigga do. So I think that's the part where we gotta get that shit out of the black community. I'm so tired. Like if for now, anytime I hear a bitch dissing a gay person, bitch put me in the category then, cause bitch I'm standing up for that gay person. I don't give a fuck what a nigga feel or say about me. I don't fuck so many hoes in my fucking life. I don't have to prove or feel like, oh man, them niggas might think I'm. That's part of the reason when I had my roommate, I made that conscious decision, and I got more pussy to be honest with you, and it's feel good to talk about it because I only been able to talk about it with like people not like online, but I got more pussy when bro was my roommate. Hoes was impressed. They like, oh my god, he's so down to earth. This didn't. So and I didn't get no. And I'm gonna tell you the bad part of that too. There's a downside to that. My roommate had homegirls. And this is what annoys me with the black community. So my roommate had homegirls. I remember coming home one day and the hoes in his room and whatnot, whatever. And he fuck that hoe looking at me like, oh, is he? I ain't never felt that small in my fucking life, bro. Don't pussy hoe looking at me like me and this nigga fucking. And I said, look at these mess ass hoes, bro. These hoes be. The crazy part is he could fuck them hoes if he wasn't gay. He don't know it. I used to tell him that. I said, bro, these hoes want to fuck you, bro. A lot of these hoes want to fuck these gay niggas. That's the crazy part that you niggas don't even see. And so I said, but the bottom line is, I said I used to think that I said, okay, I'm gonna fuck all his homegirls. Nah, nigga, cause any hoe that hang with a punk don't respect no straight man or no any man. They don't respect the punk. They with him to find out the game. They are fucking undercover agents sitting there. Oh, who you said you fuck? Who you said gave your number? And the punk so messy wanting acceptance. He like, oh girl, such and such, da 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 da. He get his head bust, she get her head bust, they got head bust, busted heads all over the planet. So I just say, dog, man, as black people, bro, and you know, I'm just even with the boss man D-Lo situation, I hate to bring it up, cause I know bro probably trying to get that shit far in the rearview mirror. But I gotta just say, I'm gonna start. I thought bro had a unique style and this and that. But just because he going through the shit that he going through, I'm gonna listen to that nigga more. When I make a video, I'm gonna try to promote that nigga songs and this and that. Because I'm tired of you fuck niggas talk about who gay and who not gay. If the nigga is gay, he better than your favorite fucking rapper you was listening to. That's why you was on his dick jamming his shit. I get tired of you fuck niggas talking about who is this and what. I ain't never knew a bunch of men that was so concerned about who the next man is fucking. Like that, like tell me, make it make sense. Why is you concerned about who the next nigga done fuck so bad? Let's talk about who you done fuck. And then let them finish it like this with these women. Cause women say they call that shit down low. Well, you pussy hoes is on the down low. Tell me how many times a nigga put a dick in your mouth while simultaneously putting a dick in your ass. Cause I see it too much on these amateur videos. We done ran train on too many hoes. For all you hoes to be, I ain't never had a train ran on me. No, bitch, that's your DL shit. Tell me your DL shit, pussy hoe. Tell me how many niggas got to put their dick in your mouth 20 minutes after they met you before you told me I got to take you on 3 dates. Tell me that. If you can't tell me that, don't tell me a motherfucking thing about what you thought you knew or what you think you know, because bitch, you have no clue. With that said, love, God bless.